Something that a lot of gay men struggle with is body image and body dysmorphia because we often will impose what it is that we're sexually attracted to on ourselves as our own beauty standard. Well, in the case of a lot of men who are sexually attracted to men, we have a tendency to be attracted to muscular guys. And there are tons of muscular guys out there who use anabolic androgenic steroids to get to the point at which their physique is. It still takes discipline, work, consistency, but the anabolic androgenic steroids allow them to grow quicker, heal quicker, and progress to levels that wouldn't otherwise naturally occur for their genetics, right? So what winds up happening is that a lot of gay men wind up being attracted to this kind of like superheroes type body, and they have to go down the road of anabolic androgenic steroids if they want to achieve that kind of body for themselves. I am not judgmental about anabolic androgenic steroids. I think, if you're not hurting anyone else, why does it matter? You should be able to do that. This is probably the only life that we're ever going to live. Why not do whatever it is that you feel like you need to do in order to feel sexy and beautiful and to get the mates that you want and so on and so forth. So I don't think there's anything wrong with taking anabolic androgenic steroids, so long as you're not harming anyone else. But what winds up happening is that a lot of gay men are tricked into thinking that they can achieve those bodies naturally because a lot of people aren't open about the steroid use because it's illegal in a lot of cases. So while I am not judging people for using anabolic androgenic steroids, I also understand why they don't openly profess it, because it's something that's illegal in a lot of cases. But this distorts the body image of many men who are sexually attracted to men because they feel like, well, I have to look like that, so then I guess I have to go down that road. And not everyone's comfortable with that. I have always been sexually attracted to the bodybuilder, physique athlete type of physique. In particular, I really like prominent V-tapers. I like it when a guy's shoulders and upper back are really wide versus his waist. I like big arms, big legs, big glutes, big pecs. I like body hair. I like the secondary sex characteristics of being a man. And when a guy enhances those characteristics, I find him sexier. So bodybuilders, think about it. They're taking anabolic androgenic steroids, which are essentially hormones telling the body to become manlier. So they're becoming manlier and sexier, beyond what can naturally occur quicker because they're taking the drugs. So of course I'm going to be sexually attracted to them. But in my case, I'm very attracted to a prominent V-taper. There are guys who have prominent V-tapers without being bodybuilders, but they tend to be fewer and farther between, whereas almost all bodybuilders who are competitive, they do have an impressive V-taper because that's one of the major criteria in judging a physique in a bodybuilding or physique competition for men. So that's something that's usually pretty noticeable amongst bodybuilders and physique athletes, and therefore that's why I tend to be sexually attracted to them. Well, so in my case, I've always had kind of a big bear's build throughout most of my adult life. I've never looked like a bodybuilder per se, but that's what I'm sexually attracted to. So in a way that does make my self-esteem and body image take a hit because I'm sexually attracted to the bodybuilder look, but I don't look like that. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't people who find me sexually attractive. I'm not trying to be down on myself. I'm just trying to explain that because I am sexually attracted to bodybuilders and physique athletes, and I don't look like that exactly, in a way it makes me feel uncomfortable being shirtless because I don't live up to my own standard of beauty, if that makes any sense. Obviously I have qualities that have to do with being an adult human male, and, but I'm not let's say, on the extreme end of the spectrum that many bodybuilders and physique athletes are with it. In the case of my own personal relationships, my partner, my spouse, he does, I mean, in my view, he does have like a bodybuilder or physique athlete's physique. And I'm totally hot for him. And then he apparently likes my physique. So, like, it works out. But with a lot of gay men, they feel like they need to look like the type that they're sexually attracted to. So that's why you probably would tend to see muscular couples together, things like that. So, that can present problems for body image and body dysmorphia for gay men or for bisexual men who are sexually attracted to men. And one thing that irritates me about the discussion is I find it irritating when men are resentful and jealous of muscular guys when they're sexually attracted to them. It's like, okay, so you're sexually attracted to that body type, but you're resentful and jealous because you don't have that body type? Like, I think that's kind of ridiculous. It's also considering that, yeah, okay, to get the very thick, bulging off the bone, low body fat look, you probably do have to go down the anabolic androgenic steroid route if you're not like in a certain age range between like, say, like 17 and 25 years old or something like that. It might be a little bit harder to achieve that look, once you start aging out of it naturally. But you're going to resent and be jealous of people for achieving that look, because it does take work and consistency. The anabolic androgenic steroids are not a magic pill. You do still have to put in the work, so, don't be resentful and jealous of people who have bothered to put in the work and made the commitment to it.